Last time on Roll for Discussion, we played Jazz Punk, a game with slippery mechanics that left some of us ill, and a whole lot of story to go through. When I won, my pick was the reverse. Here we have incredibly tight mechanics that are going to provide all of the reason to play, and very little story at all, really. As a matter of fact, here's the whole story for N++. You are a ninja. Your godlike speed, dexterity, jumping power, and reflexes are all the result of amazingly fast metabolism. Tragically, so is your natural lifetime of 1.5 minutes. Like all ninjas, you have an unquenchable thirst for gold, a natural propensity for exploring rooms infested by increasingly lethal ninja-killing robots, and a devout belief in N. N, the way of the ninja, is a highly advanced system of spiritual, cognitive, and physical training. It emphasizes pacifism, humility, and the need to traverse a series of 5 rooms before the end of your lifetime, a feat known only as beating an episode. In accordance with the teachings of N, it is your profound hope that one day you will develop the skill, intelligence, and inexplicable ability to reincarnate necessary to achieve mastery of all episodes. Plus.
I have 466 hours of continuous talking time. Where do we start?
That's not enough for you.
Yeah, our Steam times on this are frankly amazing, right? Because the baseline that Joe set for this one was, hey, bare minimum get through all the intros, right?
Yep.
And our hours, respectively, are I have just shy of 5. Joe has just shy of 5. We had both played the game before.
Yep.
Kyle has just over 5. Kendra has about 4. Sez has 91.3. So we're working on different baselines here.
The one person here who had no previous experience.
Actually, you're
with
wrong.
The game.
I have 112.
Oh yeah, that's just from the last 2 weeks.
That's just
Excuse
recent. Me. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to know that all of us are going to get an A on this group project, and we didn't do shit. That's cool.
Yeah. I guess I do technically have just shy of 9, so that's neat.
If you're gonna say an insane number, at least say it correctly.
You hit triple
That's
digits.
all
I will give you your flowers.
No. I mean, for my epitaph.
No, rejects flowers.
No flowers, only gold.
Gold, baby.
Yeah, no flowers, only gold is right. We love green.
So we all played a respectable amount.
Yeah, with the exception of poor Cindy, whose hands could not suffer more than like 20 minutes of N++ at the same time, straight. Just was not working with her on any platform and any control method. But
is a shame.
Oh well, she respected what was going on a lot. She just couldn't play it without hurting herself.
I'm gonna allude back to that in a second.
We seem to have a pattern developing here, and I'm a little worried if we hit 3.
Yeah, man, what's going on, Kyle?
No, okay, so physically I had no problem playing this game because, like y'all, I have played the N+ of this on the old Xbox Live Arcade days, like a decade ago. My problem is that I can respect what is being provided in this game. I just don't know if I like it. So it's not that I couldn't physically do it. I just don't know if I physically want to. Is where I'm at.
It's a willpower deficiency, is what I'm hearing. Just like the spirit, the flesh is unwilling and the spirit is weak.
Yeah, no, big time.
Hey, as long as you came in here and that was how it shook out, perfectly happy with that. You played the intro. That's all I wanted. You already kind of knew what it was. You got a chance to feel how tight the controls are, build that momentum, learn a few tricks. And you know what? If it's not your style of thing, because, buddy, this is a drastic departure from what 99% of people would call a platformer.
Yeah.
There is no mascot here. There is no scrolling. There is
Nope.
screen, there is ninja, there is gold, and there is stuff waiting to kill you. And that's it. Our last game was all plot.
There's nothing here that you don't need. It is as close to minimalist as you could reasonably describe a video game and still have it be good.
Yep.
I guess tight is one way to describe the controls.
Uh-oh, Kendra.
Go on.
I am so... Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. Maybe I'm just not used to playing platforms in the year of our Lord 2026.
2026.
But I do not...
Let it be a thing.
I do not remember the controls being this, like... Oh, I don't even know what the word would be.
Heavy, weighty.
Bad.
Not even. It's not even like a feel. It's more of if it determines that it wants to listen, which is a weird way to put it, but
You and I talked about this outside of this conversation, so I'll try to provide some examples, and you please cut me off if I'm misremembering this. But there are several times, at least in my running of playing this game, because for context, Joe, you wanted all of us just to play the intro levels. There was no prerequisite to how you finished it, just that you did.
Yep.
Which are a good chunk of levels, by the way. Like, that's
Yeah.
a few hours of game.
That's correct.
Yeah.
In and of itself.
125 levels. It's 5x5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, for context, I golded all of the intro.
disgusting.
Got them all done.
That makes two of us.
So, when I was trying to beat some levels to try and get all the gold, when I could have just beaten the damn level in the first place, but there were times where this game is solely based on the momentum you can get based on the little intricacies and little like mini moves that you can do, from like ramp jumping and all.
Yeah, terrain based.
Yes, exactly. So this game, I don't know if it's just a consequence of these poor fingers that I have or what, but I can't tell you how many times I would jump on a wall, expect to keep the momentum of what I was doing, and one time it doing exactly what I expected to do because that's what the game told me would happen, and then one time I lose all of my momentum with no explanation, and then I explode from the rocket I was running away from.
That is fascinating to me.
Maybe I'm just bad. I don't know. But, like, it happened on more than enough occasions for it to be annoying.
Because, like, okay, so this is neat, right? Because my hands are kind of creaky, right? I'm in my 30s. I can't really play fighting games so good no more.
Tell me about it.
Right? Like, there are things that I have trouble with. And yet, I think this game's controls are immaculate.
Yep.
they are absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Like, they are airtight. Every little bit of momentum manipulation is consistent.
Yep.
Every wall jump feels fantastic.
Yep.
The way you build momentum
Yep.
on every wall kick, on every... it's incredibly tight. I love it.
You know what? Then it's our controllers, and my dad works at Nintendo, okay?
Oh.
Look, I've got gray in the beard. In a way, you're both right. This game doesn't ever, like... Because it's so minimalist, it's hard to tell the difference between, oh, I hung on the wall for half a second too long and all of my momentum bled away, or a fraction of a second too long, and, oh, no, this time I actually hit the button within the time frame.
Yep.
This is an over a decade old release of a game system that was built well before platformers were expected to give you all these visual cues and aids of, oh, you did it right, the timing's good. You have to do it by feel. And because the tolerances are as tight when it comes to how much momentum you bleed off, there have absolutely been times where I've felt that I've like hit a slope at a similar timing, and one time I bounce off and the other I don't. And if you hit the replays, it's slightly fractionally different. I can't think of a time when I actually did the same thing and got two different results, but that's a question of fractions of seconds.
Right, like, easy example, right? You're going up a narrow vertical section. You're wall kicking up. If you keep switching directions away from the wall, you'll build speed. If you ever cling to the wall, you stop dead.
Yep,
Yep.
that happens a lot.
And the inputs for that are millimeters from each other.
Yeah, if I've learned anything from playing 222 hours of Tekken 8 against better judgment, is that the word and phrase frame perfect does not mesh well with how I play the game. So when I have to establish that in a decades-old platforming game, can you be at all surprised I may have had trouble keeping up with what was expected of you?
Brother, you play King. None of us are shocked.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I think it's on full display when you're using the jump pads that you have to jump in a very particular way in order to get that extra momentum to make those higher leaps.
Oh, the accelerator ones?
I can't tell you how many times I had to go back and just actually think about how I needed to be jumping, because I would jump right at I guess in other platformers it would be at one of like the lower points of the jump pad, but that is the opposite of what you need to do for N+. So on its where you would think you'd have that most kinetic energy at the bottom where it's ready to spring forward, you have no momentum from there. You're probably actually negative momentum.
I did the same thing going into it, Kendra.
Yeah,
I cracked
exactly.
my ankles with the block catching up to me because I got a weak jump so many times until I internalized it.
You had to think about it.
Momentum is everything in this
Yeah.
game, and it treats the technicalities of maintaining that momentum as the core of the gameplay, where the core of the gameplay in most platformers is actually the presentation.
Yeah.
It's got to look good when you do the cool thing. You have your coyote time, right?
Fair.
Where you can kind of walk off of things. You've got the invisible edges of the polygons that stick off, like in Crash, where, yeah, you'll land on that platform because even if it doesn't visually look like, no, they don't do any of that shit here. It is what it is, and you will either adapt or you will give up.
One of N+'s favorite dirty tricks, too, is when you land on the very edge of the platform and your ankles just give way.
Yeah.
Get blessed. That's what I call it.
Yeah, Says, I wanted to set you up for that one.
See, yipes. The way to my heart, minimalist gameplay, tight controls, infinite skill ceiling. And this is what N++ does. And I loved everything about this to the point where I had to not only beat the intro, but then I had to beat the solo. Like all of the solo. And that is a row of alphanumeric. It starts at A-aught, which is weird. It doesn't start at 1. It's A-aught and it goes to A19 and then B-aught, B19,
Yeah.
all the way to E. I did that. I beat A to E. And I was like, all right, I did it. And then, to my dismay,
You found something out, didn't you?
I found the X row.
You found the what?
And then, yeah.
What now?
So, once you complete, let's do quick math here. Was that
It's 400 levels.
once you complete 500 levels, there is another 20 row that shows up after A and E. And I was like, man, this game thinks it's funny.
Oh, this game knows it's
So
funny.
then I beat that one. Oh, it knows it's funny, and I enjoy that. So then I beat that. And I was like, cool. Let's beat the other ones. And I did. So I beat Solo, Legacy, and Ultimate. And their X rows. Completely through and through. I had
I
to.
am proud of you. I thought if you liked it, you would really dig deep into it.
I had to.
Jesus.
It's N++ is a game to its core is going to go, do you love this? And do you like being in an abusive relationship at the same time?
Let's drill down on that just a little bit.
Good way to
here.
put it.
Something I love about N++ is using the 5-level structure, right? Where the setup is you go into a set of 5 levels and you maintain the same time bar through them. They like to do a thing where one level in the 5 is the son of a bitch.
Yep.
Where you'll be going through gold the first one, gold the second one, gold the third one, and then the fourth one happens. And it presents you with a conundrum.
Just son
It
of
would
a
be
bitch.
it would be easy to beat this level. You can just go press the button and leave, and it's not a problem. But when that greed for gold takes root in your heart and you're like, no, I can do this. 25 deaths later, when you trip your way into that door,
25.
I was about to say.
Hundreds.
Damn, Joe's pretty good at this. If it's only 25.
Joe, that's why you're the gold icon, man, because
Your avarice is strong.
I didn't gold everything. I golded the ones that I'm like, oh, this one looks interesting. Because there are some stages where it's just, hey, we put 100 golds in this level. Go collect them all. And it's like, no, I'd rather not. I've only got so much time. I'm just going to touch this one, and the one that actually asks an interesting skill challenge of me to gold it, I'll spend that time on that one instead.
Man, see, I'm the guy on the happy side of the train with the view right now, because I started out gilding a bunch of stuff, and I kept doing it for a bit, and I was like, you know what, I just want to kind of, like, I get the deal here, but I want to see what this game is about, and I wanted to play levels in all the different sections and play a whole bunch of them, so I just cleared levels, for the most part. Like, I gilded some, but not a ton.
Yeah.
And I played, you know, probably upwards of 1,000 levels, like, not quite that high, obviously, but like a lot, right? Like several hundred. And I had a wonderful time. I had a great time with M++.
That's the healthiest way to put it, because Kyle and I can absolutely attest to where we didn't feel like we earned the next level until we all golded it, because our completionist side.
Oh no, see, I started there,
Can't
and
do
I
that.
had to burn those parts of I had to burn those synapses down. Like, I hit that enough times where I was like, no. Can I tell you the level that fully converted me over? It was like, I cannot do this. I cannot play this game like this. I'm going to lose my mind. There is a level in the solo episodes. It is B07, level 4. The Legend of the Gold on that one level is its name.
what the fuck is this, dude?
This level is 2 levels. Or rather, like, you know, conjoined twins where one is obviously winning, right? So, if you want to be done with the level, all you really have to do is climb down one side, hit a button, climb halfway back up, and leave. And you will not get a single piece of gold, which is a shame because there's over 100.
Yeah.
And to get to that, you have to go through hell.
So, Demetri, I'm noticing the fuckassery of this level because I'm noticing very, very distinctly in the avenue of golden dreams in the bottom of that level, there's a lot of toggleable mines everywhere.
Oh, are there ever? So, when I was trying to beat everything, right? I was like, oh yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. It's gonna, oh man, that's really gonna make the dopamine happen when I run through there. And I just started hearing click, 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 and everything lights up bright pink with the color palette that I'm using. And I'm like jumping around, grabbing shit, realizing not only am I making it impossible to get back, that's a foregone conclusion, right? I'm not even getting all the gold I need to. Because you can just miss some. And if you miss some, you may as well miss it all.
Yeah.
And I look at this level with nothing but respect in my heart. It is one of the coolest fucking like platform levels I've ever seen in my life. I will never gild it.
Yep.
Never in my life. And I have made my peace with that. I love this game. I love this level. It can go fuck itself, though.
I love this video game, man. And that's a perfect example of it. They're so good at providing opt-in challenges for yourself. Hey, hardcore exists, where you don't get to die and retry over and over. You have to do a clean run.
Super fun, by the way.
That's what I love about the progression system too, because you must complete an episode before you complete hardcore. Like, you must complete the whole episode, and then you must complete the column so that you can do all 25.
I was about to say I forgot about that, which makes me laugh because hardcore, I think, was the way I enjoyed the game the most.
Me too.
You and I both agree that we kind of wish you could just start at hardcore. I think I would have liked playing N++ if I could just go into a block, Act 1 on hardcore instead of having to play the level ahead of time. Because I think that would have just added so much more.
So that you're not going to, I want 100% G++ all these. I want to get all the gold pieces. No, I am here to survive and get to the end of the level in a marathon. And that was how I intended the game. That's how I wanted the game to be played. And then I got to maybe the B rows in solo and just the original N++ mode. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't talk about playing hardcore first because this whole row of like each row, some took like 2-3 hours. Like I think the X row, because I was so seasoned past Ultimate and Legacy, took me like 6 hours. But I wasn't trying to go for all golds, and I'm like, that's pretty good. Like I've improved a bunch because like in Ultimate and in Legacy, those took me like 10. Legacy was probably the easiest of all of them. But Ultimate was definitely the most difficult.
The difficulty curve is there. They expect you to do them in that left to right order.
Yeah, and I, like Demetri and I did A-aught to A19. And then B-aught to B19. And I go, why isn't hardcore unlocking? I want to play hardcore. It's like, do the column, idiot.
He had to literally tell me because I did not want to do columns. I just wanted to complete rows. And it was like, no, you're not allowed. You have to go do that. So I did, and then I went back and played a bunch of hardcore. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
I would argue it might be... I would probably agree that it's my favorite way to play it, I guess is how I would phrase it. Like,
yes.
In terms of most dopamine unlocked, I like the hardcore run the most, I believe.
A certain appeal to it. It's one of those things where there are a lot of those stages that you can do in like 2 or 3 seconds, right? If you hit the right line and you're not trying to get the gold. And anytime you get a set of 5 episodes that can be done in like sub 10 seconds, and it's just a question of you stringing together the skill to hit that clean, beautiful line through all those levels, it does feel fantastic. No,
what a game.
It's testament to how well the structure of the game is built.
Yeah.
Where they have extremely well thought out levels set as a pack with the overall time limit that will go up and down depending on what you do in the level, that makes it so replayable and reapproachable to me.
You can spend 2 hours on one level trying to fully guild it or do any like the deathless runs, because there's 3 ways to beat a level from what I know, is just completing it 100% gold and then the no death full episode, which is even more insane, where you have to not die playing the 5
I
episodes.
did that once,
Out of your
maybe,
mind.
and probably on
Now
accident.
do that for the whole game.
No.
You can't make me.
I agree.
Absolutely not.
This game changed how I view completionism. Like, I am a person that is so fastidious in wanting to get everything accurate and correct and just completing it to its finality. There were times in this game, there is one level called the Lunatic Device. I'll link it right here.
I remember watching this one when you were streaming.
I was maybe less than 10 hours in, and I was like, I don't understand, like, movement yet. I didn't understand the patterns. I didn't understand the sequence. I didn't understand the soft jumping and the difference between sliding down and jumping. I could go into the minutia of all the specific mechanics because I love this game so much. I would memorize levels because you had to, just to get a single completion, like just to finish it, not even to get golds. And then after, when I was in solo, I was like, if I try to gold this whole game, I'm gonna be 40.
Yeah.
Like I realized that.
That's what they want.
That is what they want, and I have an appreciation for that because I gave every level a college try to completely gild it, like just full gold, 100% gold it. And then I found out you could actually complete it a different way. There are secret achievements in the game where you can complete a level. It's called G minus minus.
What?
You do not collect any gold in the game
Yep.
or in the level that
Yep.
you're doing, and you complete it. And there's also ones with triggers. So you can do a G minus minus trigger plus plus ending. And you get these specialized endings for each individual level, and you can unlock a plethora of new secret levels,
Jesus.
which is even more insane.
You could be lying to me right now, and I would never know.
I am not. The fact that I am talking in this code,
It does sound like you're trying to activate us in our MK Ultra phrases. Like,
but I also want respect
Meow.
from people who have been playing thousands of hours of this game, because I am that freak that likes to go into the weeds and find out every singular detail about video games. I don't data mine.
Fucking freak!
Yeah, I take that with the badge of honor. Like, I want to at least, I want to move the needle a little bit, saying, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, that's all I care. I want a small amount of acknowledgement.
fly the flag, man.
That is it.
I get it.
I found you a big field to explore in, Says.
Yeah, you did. And
Yeah.
like I said, when my hands fall off, eventually, I don't know when, I had no problems, like, hand-wise. I understand that I'm different. I'm built a little bit different.
Built different.
Little.
Brother, I'm waiting on my AARP card. What do you mean a little?
Brother, I'm at a point where if I touch a piano, I think they'll crumble into dust. Like, it's just over for me. Can I tell you one thing? Everything you said rings super true for me, but there's a detail to it that makes me respect the design that went into this so much. This game has one button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game is movement and a button.
Brother, that's a lie. There's 2 buttons. There's the kill yourself reset button.
You would know.
I would know. I would know.
Man, life hacks, am I right? No, it's absolutely, like, incredible the amount of movement techniques and nuance that exists within a game that is a D-pad and a button.
I love it.
I am in awe. It is genuinely incredible.
You could play this on an NES controller.
Easy.
Have no problem.
It would play well. You get one for jumping and one for killing yourself.
Easy. So, mechanically, let's also talk about, I love how they made the pickups matter in this, because you're locked into the 5-level set. Doing stuff like the don't touch any gold. Well, normally when you pick up gold, you get more time back in your bar. You do have a limitation.
Your life is cut short.
You've only got so much time to make it through those 5 levels, or you just die and it's over.
Did anyone have trouble
No.
with that life bar? There was one
Not in the intro.
moment and one level that I had that problem, and it was the solo E19 level 4. It's called Too Much Is Almost Enough.
It's a good name.
As I like to go above and beyond, I've made a playlist of 20 levels that I have cut, and I am posting the unlisted playlist for everyone here and now.
Hell yes.
Is of probably some of the most insane levels that I did. That level not only is the last level of the E-row in solo insane just to get there, because the ought to 3 is crazy. The technique that you have to do in 4 is literally a masterclass of, do you know how to play this game? Do you understand its mechanics? If you don't, get bent over a chair and get ready to brace. Because
The fact that there are toggle mines that you have to stay on while also hitting the trigger to go to the next gate is asshole.
Nasty.
That's awful.
I love this video game.
That's
So
awful.
what is that chain of purple assholes? Like,
the drones.
yeah, what were those meant to accomplish?
So if you watch,
Oh, I see.
just watch the
That's a
level
time
as
limit.
it continues.
I see.
That's why I said it's a masterclass, because not only if you try to collect all the gold, which at this point I was like, I just want to complete the level. I've been here for maybe about 90 minutes. Just having the micro adjustments and the muscle memory. So like for me, when I was trying to break down a level, like if I was trying to figure it out, I would find wherever the crux was, immediately go to that and practice it like 10 times. Because I'm like, I need this muscle memory, because if I get to this point and I choke, I'm going to be upset. Like, I need to know how long is it a feather press? Is it a short jump, mid jump, long jump? Because if you hold jump, it's about 2 seconds. It's about 2 seconds, and you have full air control movement depending on if it's a ramp. If you neutral jump off of 45, you maintain your angle off of a 45. Like, there's so many different aspects to this video game. Like, I just want them to watch the 20 minutes that I just posted and then just have any questions about
Any questions?
the craziness.
Do you get it yet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Yeah. I wanted you guys to see this because I knew that you weren't going to go this deep into the weeds of it, and I needed to have like a highlight appreciation wheel of what I loved about the game, but also each one of these was anywhere between it could have been 10 minutes, it could have been 2 hours 30. Like, for what I was trying to accomplish.
It's interesting you bring up some of these levels, because that's one bit I want to talk about. And again, take this from somebody who has invested a tiny fraction of what you have, so your inclusion on this is very much appreciated. I agree that the physics and the momentum of this game, when done, feels so good. Like, being able to...
Flow state.
Yeah, the flow state of hitting, like, mini jumps to basically get, like, a quadruple jump over stuff that you weren't expecting you would ever reach. Which is showcased incredibly in the intro. Like, the intro levels itself.
Yep.
One of the first levels in the game, I'm blanking on the actual level name itself, but it's kind of like, hey, you may not know everything you need to know, so don't feel bad if you can't get all the gold in this level. It's either level 2 or 3. It's like the second or third level.
Is it the Starry Night level that we were talking about?
No, there's one really early on where the name, I know the one you're talking about, Kyle, is literally just like, don't feel bad if you can't get all the gold on this level. And you're just like, dude, what do you mean? And then you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not
So,
getting that gold.
At that point,
Intro
you
to
don't-
accepting your limitations.
Bingo.
There it is.
Found it. That's the one.
What a good name.
Solo intro A-Ot level 2. It's the third level in the game.
Because they give you the first 2 levels and you're feeling like hot shit because you got all the gold in the first 2 levels and you're like, hell yeah, big dog. So all you know right now is light jumps and heavy jumps. That's it. You don't understand the momentum of ramp jumps. You don't have that knowledge in your brain. So there's gold that you physically cannot get with a light or a heavy jump by themselves. But when you go into the intro, they slowly expand your knowledge of what you can do, like Demetri said, with just movement and one button. And getting that aha moment is incredible. And I give all of my blessings and like respect to the game, because as much as I'm going to dog on it throughout this entire video, the game is great. I firmly believe that the game is great.
It's just not for you.
It's just not for me. And one of the reasons why that is the momentum based levels that allow you to really tap into a faster speed and allow yourself to really showcase like how fast you can get in a small space. There are so many levels in N++ that fucking hate the idea of showcasing its own momentum that are the speed bumps as to why I did not like the game as much as I feel like I could have, because there are some levels that are awesome, and then there's some levels like, I don't know, go into the intro and play E0104 named Tutorial Mid-Boss. Tutorial Mid-Boss, if you're not going for golds, it's really not that big of a deal. You have like a couple mines that are in this area. You've got a like a heat-seeking. It's not a turret, but it's like a laser. That if you stand in one place for too long, it will just blast you. But as long as you keep moving and you're not moving in like a straight line towards
Railgun.
the thing that's trying to kill you, you'll be fine. You hit a button, you backtrack, you leave the level, it's whatever. But if you're trying to gold all the intros, they decide to put 4 pieces of gold within spitting distance of a heat-seeking rocket. And then if you're able to juke the heat-seeking rocket at the 3-yard line, then you have to jump through a crevice, you would say, that is littered top to bottom with mines. And if you miss the 4 pieces of gold, well, now you gotta do a circle. And by the way, rockets are still coming at you. None of this is really momentum-based. It's more just like, how much of a douchebag can we be to the player who wants the gold that we have put here?
Because they want to make sure that the person going for the gold is that they're that kind of sicko.
They're broken.
Right? They want to
They're
make
me.
it very
Yes.
clear
That's cool.
that if you have the greed in your heart, you either have to, escape samsara and not have want
Sure.
anymore,
I agree.
or go into the torment nexus.
I agree. But in this level in particular, it doesn't even matter if you're a sicko or not. There's a piece of me that recognizes there is a challenge to be had here, and obviously there are people who will intake that challenge and enjoy it.
Me.
But at the same time, like, the critic in me doesn't understand the idea of making your game harder by making your game worse. That's weird to me, and it is everywhere in this game. It is like what Joe was saying. Roll back to the one level that's a son of a bitch. There's one level. Every single block, once you get later into the intros and
level
then
4.
get into the solo levels,
usually level
there's
4.
one level that's like, you remember all that cool shit you learned with the movement tech and the mini jumps and going fast and all that? How about we throw that out the window, and I'm going to put toggle mines everywhere, so now I need you to play a rhythm game that you're going to hate.
None of what you learned is gonna help you here.
Yeah, nothing you learned. All you've learned now is memorize where the fuckassery is in this level and make sure that you hit it perfect.
It can definitely be jarring when, levels 1 through 5 are have fun and be yourself, and levels 6 through 10 are jump in this pit of needles.
Yeah.
It is...
I don't get it.
It is
Kyle.
tough.
Like,
What was that drifting game
Long, hard, easy, right, maybe.
that you played a while back? It was kind of cartoony.
Art of Rally.
No, not even that one.
Hotshot Racing?
I specifically remember it because when I think of N++ and compare it to other genres, what actually comes to mind for me is driving games. Because it's all about hitting your line, right? And the dopamine that comes when you hit that beautiful, clean line and you get it exactly right. It shares that DNA with driving games. And
Boy, it does not last long, though.
the last stage of that particular driving game that I remember had a section where you started in a parking garage, where you had to weave through a parking garage.
Hey, man!
Occasionally,
As driver.
rather than giving you a nice big course, a driving game decides to put you in a knife fight situation, where it's just you in a cramped little area with no room to really maneuver and show off. And yeah, those don't feel the same as the bigger courses where you get to do a bunch of different things and showcase different skills. And I can absolutely see that being a complaint here is, yes, there are a lot of stages where it's like, okay, yeah, so we've taught you how to handle momentum. Now we're going to need you to do it in this cramped little space with very little room for error. And if you don't want to do that, the door and the button are right here. But if you want the gold, you're going to enter our magical realm.
I need to piggyback so hard off of
so
this.
I'll say one thing, and then I'll let you roll.
Do it.
I agree with you, Joe. But even in the context of driving, you are still taking the things that you have learned and invested and using them in a different way, in a smaller aspect, what N++ does is just removes the things that you've learned in the addition of just added difficulty. So it's like instead of taking learning the drifting mechanics of, let's say, like Parking Garage, I think that's what I'm trying to remember the name and it's eluding me. I'm so sorry. I did a fucking interview with this guy.
Go to your
this
website
is
and find
embarrassing.
out what it is.
I was thinking of Parking Garage Rally Circuit, which I read about multiple times
Thank
on
you.
pixeldie.com.
Pixeldie.com.
I love pixeldie.com.
I hate those guys.
So it's like taking the drifting mechanics of Parking Garage Rally Circuit and then deciding, well, if you want to do the super hard thing to be a completionist, I need you to K-turn now. And you're like, but you didn't fucking tell me about any of this. None of this was in the cool things you showed me. And you're like, well, do you want the completion part or not?
It's like it's not trying to be clever and use those lessons in a fun and clever way. It's, hey, now we're just gonna give you this level that we had trouble beating, so we know you're gonna love it.
Yeah, see, that's what I would call it being clever at that point. It's just selecting its audience is the problem.
I'm clearly not.
When you're saying the collection goblin that I am, and the completionist that we all strive to be but never will be in N++, there is a level on the first time of me playing the game, solo A21, it's full of stars. This level can be done in 6 seconds.
My God.
It took me over 2 hours to get a clean run to get all of the gold. Because there's a mechanic where you ramp run, and if you do not hit the ground at an angle when you are falling, you will crater, and you will lose all of your progress. Most of these gold pieces, you either need to do a double jump into a wall kick, or you need to do a ground run into a neutral jump and go straight up. There's so much mechanics that you don't need to worry about. You can literally hit the button, leave, and then move on. But this was in my head where I was like, oh, I'm going to 100% this game. I'm going to da-da-da. Man, was I foolish to try and even think that I could even be close to trying to do something like that. For the amount of times that I didn't understand those mechanics early on, and Kyle and I can attest to this, we should have just completed the level and then went back for the gold, or went specifically back for gold. But because of the way that we play, we have to break all the boxes and crash, or we have to collect all the coins to get the Chaos Emerald in Sonic. We have this extra added piece of difficulty that we have to complete the first time that we're playing the video game. But going to the point where you're like, oh, it's a new level, throw out all the mechanics that you learned, we're playing this now. If you go to the video that I saw, or that I linked to you in there, I believe it's called, it's Legacy X14 Level 4. It's called Mazer.
I love that one.
Yes.
It's the one that gives you the kind of the last of the missile mechanics if you didn't have it already.
There are segmented walls in this game. There are segmented boxes.
Multi-way walls work for you. Don't matter to the missile. That thing will chase you forever.
Enemies can shoot rockets and lasers and bullets through all of them. You are unprotected. It's part of the foreground and not the background. So, this entire level, you are chased by a rocket, which is seldomly exploded because all of the walls around it are perfectly placed where it can just do 360s around you.
I would have quit.
When it broke my brain into the point where it's like, oh, I'm not going to complete all the gold, I feel completed just now by doing a difficult task, and it taught me a new skill. This is where, like, I love QA. I could do QA for free if it's a video game that you love. I will put 1,000 hours into it, break it over my knee, and then tell you how to improve it. This is just how my brain works.
I wish I could live my life like that.
You wish you could, but then you forget to eat, sleep, and drink.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, it comes with
Video.
downsides.
Seeing you're leaving a lot of gold behind, man.
Yes, because I...
said that!
I haven't even talked about the man, New York came out there.
Yeah,
'Cause I was excited. I haven't even talked.
You went through the time portal.
I hide that accent for a reason. I haven't even talked about the interrobang levels. Do you even know about those, or do you want to bring that up later, Joe?
Now's a good time, because we're talking about the things where the game revealed more and more of itself to us.
Yep.
So, I'll explain a little bit about those real quick. There's one secret level per episode. Every level has one of those exclamation mark challenges, and may or may not have extra secret challenges.
Oh god, conditions, ew.
Those challenges are what unlocks the secret levels. You've got G++, G-, T, which is for toggles, switches, either close all switches or close no switches. One of them, which I know will be dear to your heart, activate all of the evil ninjas.
Love that one.
Like I said, this game runs deep. It is relatively beatable if you just want to beat all the stages. It's not super hard to just beat them. Pretty hard. It's not a Super Meat Boy to just beat all the levels. It's not. Golding all of them. Oh, now it's a different story. The levels of challenges that you can decide to go through, just getting to the point of finding the secret challenges is nuts.
Can you imagine somebody golding and no dying on an episode, and just somebody posting that? Like, how legendary that is alone as an achievement. It's insane. Like, and that's a challenge put on the player. Like, that's not a choice by the video game. Like, you don't have, you can choose one, you can choose none, but to do something that's almost insurmountable, especially on, like, imagine you trying to do the not dying and the level where it has all that gold in it.
Man!
Oh yeah.
Let's talk for a second about Reload the Program of Misery.
For those at home, it's solo episode D13 level 2.
First off, it's a good title. Second off, it's not one of these where there's a trillion moving parts and it's intimidating to look at. No. Visually, it's incredibly simple. And then you play it. Mm-hmm. This is an exemplar of, hey, you can just beat this level, but you want the gold, right?
Yeah.
It's right here. It's obvious how to go get that gold. That one is burned into my brain because of how many times I actually got the gold when I was playing this on the PS4. I got the gold and then I bonked my head into a mine when I pressed the button.
Joe, you wall kicked for that button, didn't you?
You know it, buddy!
Didn't you? Didn't you? Ask me how I know.
Buddy. I'm just like, yeah, I've got it. Now I'm moving. I'm schmoving. Ah, damn it.
Do it again.
Again.
It kicks you in your teeth. It doesn't care.
All of it.
Do you want to learn a new mechanic? Like, that is what I love, is do you actually want to put in the time and the effort to learn if this is a short hop or a long hop jump, or not to jump at all and have enough momentum to run down? Like, the small idiosyncrasies this game can have you just go through in an episode. You can play an episode and try to perfect it 3 hours, 4 hours, if you really wanted to, like, do a deathless one, especially on the E's or the X's.
You would break out into hives trying to gild some of the, like,
Yeah.
further tabs in that menu.
Yeah.
That's why I said it broke me.
I'm watching some of these fucking levels y'all are playing, and I'm like, no.
It broke
not
me.
even close.
It absolutely changed my aspect on, I don't need 100% games anymore. Like, N++ exists. Like, I have my white whale of a video game when I'm like 60. And I'm like, hey guys!
Joe, you fucked him up, man. Listen, that's perfectly fine. And again, I will continue to reiterate this. This game is great. I respect it for what it is. I am just the proud owner of an AARP++ card, I can't ball like that, man. I don't have that gear in my car. I can't shift to that level, man. I can't do it.
Speaking of gears, here's my ending stats of the video game when I completed all the solo levels, if you want to take a gander.
Fuck off. What is... Oh.
I don't think that it's a matter of that you couldn't, because I truly believe you could. It's just it doesn't do enough for me, and I think for you, to make you want to do it.
You have to have the very... Yeah. You basically have to not only know ball on the same kind of like vein and level and whatever that Meta Software's folks do, you have to have the same brainworms as them. Like, I have them, just not to the extent, right? Joe has them. He suggested the damn thing. Sez still has them, and they are feasting. Like... But if you aren't wired for this particular thing, there is a chance it'll convert you. I'm not going to say it won't. You should try it, right? Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I also completely understand anybody running up against this, trying it for a bit and going, oh, fuck no.
Right.
Hell no.
I'm looking at these numbers and just, oh, you magnificent bastard.
Do you think I fuck around when I say I'm gonna complete something? Like, I need
I'm looking
to
at
reiterate.
This, brother.
You must believe in me, because if you don't, I will just grow stronger.
That's all the motivation he needs, man.
Just
say
against me.
You won't.
Tell me no, I will fuck you up.
I love this image. I love this for you. I'm glad I picked this video game. This is a good video game.
I'm glad I picked this.
The problem was,
you.
I wasn't going to do it, and then I convinced myself
it is a good video game.
Yeah.
It is a good video game. I'm not gonna fight y'all.
All I said was play the intro, man. You did this to yourself.
I was gonna be done. I was like, oh, we'll do the intro. I'll complete the solo levels. And then when E happened, and then I saw X, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Joe, why did you say E to him?
Why you say E?
And
now,
then
one thing I want to point out also
I threw the
is
gauntlet.
like,
that's all.
yeah, at yourself.
Listen, I need to punch myself so that I can dodge my own attacks. I need to know what I'm throwing. Damn, I got hands.
So, nice thing is, for those who have, like, less advanced stages of brainworms,
Not here.
they have the co-op stages. You know, for maybe you've got the brainworms, and unfortunately someone in your house is going to have to deal with them now. Let's talk about co-op for a second.
You're gonna put them in quarantine. That's what you're gonna do.
First off, no online play. This is not built for that. This is the plus version of an ancient game.
Couch
not
co-op.
happening. This is couch co-op only.
Any amount of latency really clobbers this thing. I would not trust any amount of peer-to-peer.
Don't listen to what Demetri says. It plays great on Steam Connect. Continue, Joe.
We played remote
It's called
play.
remote play, first of all, and no, it does not.
Throw a quarter down at a coin-op machine. We're playing Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Titans. Continue.
So, you know that part where early on you were like, yeah, man, sometimes it felt like it just didn't work?
Yeah.
That was Demetri in those stages.
A different state.
There were times...
A literal different state
yeah.
with a different level of latency. And any instance of Steam Remote Play doing what Steam Remote Play does turned this game that I love, a game that I really enjoy, into a trash fire. Like, just because I know
Come
what
sit
this...
on the couch with me and Kendra.
Because I know what this game is, right? So playing this with any amount of, like, anything but perfection, and I'm just like, I'm using a wired controller, dog. I don't have
K-Bam.
any latency.
Keyboard.
And K-Bam's great, too. The game was built for it
K-Man
originally.
wouldn't have mattered in this scenario.
It doesn't help,
Yeah.
right? Point being, as soon as you introduce latency to the equation, absolute garbage. Play the co-op. Play it on a couch. Do not attempt.
Full disclosure, when we recorded this episode, there was an issue with the servers where the game just crashes every so often if you are in online mode. So
Don't know why it happened.
Which has not been a problem for the month lead up to this. Thank goodness.
It's going to be a unique today problem, and then everyone that's going to try it after the fact will be like, what are they talking about? It's
Yeah.
working
Thank
just
goodness.
fine.
yep, that's why I wanted to narrow it down to that specific point in time. That's not an ongoing issue. For those of us in the same state, it worked pretty well.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I loved
a
it.
certain guy with a lot of hours won most of our
Who?
races when
Who's
we
that?
tried
Who's
racing.
that? I don't know who you're talking to.
I snatched one of those, and all of you should be embarrassed.
Yeah, we really should have been. Given how much you were bitching about the latency.
I already told you I'm pissed at this game. What do you mean?
Dude, I didn't even tell you about the part. I had to turn off the music while I was playing this video game.
Well, that's a different problem.
And I loved the music.
Which,
Yeah, 'cause he was
oh,
getting copywritten.
Suffering.
Yeah, he was getting copy strikes.
I was getting DMCA'd out the asshole when I was trying to play this on Twitch.
It's really good.
It's really
I
good.
love the OST.
It's so good.
suffering because the OST is so good, dude. If you want to talk about getting into the flow state, this is really good.
It is further proof that they understand flow state design as much as they do, because that soundtrack is amazing focus music, and I absolutely put it on for multiple work shifts since we started on this one.
Even if I'd known I was doing it, I wouldn't have felt bad about lying to you. But it's really funny that the number that I gave you for the game was wrong, because I was thinking of the
You
original
did!
edition.
Oh yeah!
So I gave him a number of how many stages there were, and it was correct for the original edition. We're playing the Ultimate
Yep.
Edition.
Yeah.
There's more. There's more even than I told him.
There's 2,300, I think, in total. Like, it's... I think we said 1,400 the last time. You just keep lying to me. You're just like a... You're a bad relationship counselor.
You're a bad man.
And then you're like, why don't you do... Here's the other...
Evil.
If I really want to be sadistic, it's like, yeah, let's do the co-op levels with myself. It's just...
Yeah.
The amount of co-op levels that demand you kill one of your players to get the other one through, doing that solo, I cannot imagine.
I smile every time I recognize one of their tricks when a level loads, right? Like, my favorite recognizable trick is when they put the gold on the door.
How rude.
So you either have
Yeah.
to dodge the door or get all the gold, then go back to hit the button.
I know your
And
trick.
every time I see them do that, I'm like, I know what you're doing, you bastards. I've read your book. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I know what you're doing. And the same thing is true every time a level loads, and I see that there's one mine that's in the way. Right?
Yep.
And it's just like, well, guess I'll die now. Huh.
Kendra, which level did you which level were you boo-boo about?
It looks like it was one you posted too.
Is it, dare I say, on a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0?
Yup. I got so mad at this fucking level. I got so mad at it.
It's a son of a bitch level.
This was the one level where I questioned why I liked the game back in 2010.
Nice.
Ooh.
I wasn't even trying to, you know what? No, I was. I was trying to get all the gold in this level
course you
because on its face, it looks really simple, right? Easy peasy. And part of it is locked behind a wall that is optional at the beginning. You could go and get a lot of these pieces of gold before you open that door, but the fact that they hide these mines and I'm already bad at memory games,
Oh,
it pissed me off.
wasn't even-
It genuinely pissed me
they
off.
weren't even mines. They were
No, not
they were
mines.
fucking
Triggers.
Yeah, they were door triggers.
Hidden triggers behind gold. C02 level 1 solo.
And there
issue.
was more than 3.
There
I
was
can
like
tell you
6.
that.
There
Yeah.
was like 6 of them.
And you gotta memorize where they are.
And you gotta memorize where they are if you want to gold everything.
The first jump that you do in 2 seconds, and
Yeah.
you trigger it, and you're like, well, I can't touch the shadow clone, and now I'm screwed.
I was so angry.
If you have time, and if you've watched the entire video. Have you seen X19 level 4 championship load runner? It's at the end for like, this was no particular order. Like, I just put them in places where I was like cutting it.
Oh
and
yeah.
This is the last This is Mazer on crack.
Yep.
You have to have so much precision, not only running, stopping, sliding, but you must also know when to drop and when to jump. I have to say this level didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, because I probably completed Ultimate and Legacy before I finished the solo version. But when it comes to a head and you're just actually in the moment and not really thinking and just reacting, this is what I love about the game the most, because this separates the people that want to complete something versus the people that fell short.
Man.
The numbers would go down. So like, if I completed the intro, did you see how many people like completed the intro? It was like in the hundreds of thousands, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, when I all golded the intro, I think only like 6% of people who have played the game have all golded the intros.
That alone kind of says a lot about the retention as far as the long term goes.
And as I was doing Legacy and Ultimates, when I just completed, I was in the thousands all of a sudden. So let's say I'm the median. Let's say I'm right in the middle of each one. When I completed the last one, I think I was 500th. So that means like, to get on the high score, you must complete that episode. So everybody that has completed that episode, there's probably less than 1,000 people, unless I did really good. There's probably less than 1,000 people that have fully completed solo and plus.
Wild.
So, the idea was, because this was the last one they were gonna make, that they wanted something that could legitimately last a lifetime. They paced it out where you can just clear the game in a pretty reasonable amount of time. But the estimates on how long to beat for true completionist, you got all the achievements, are over 1,000 hours. And it's believed that less than 50 people have legitimately gotten all of the achievements on the Steam version of N++.
That rules.
That's beautiful to me.
Me too.
That rules.
It will let you play the game. It's not even like, oh, you didn't get the real ending because you didn't beat the game 5 times in a row with a blindfold on backwards.
Yeah, all this nonsense. I agree.
No. You can take it in bite-sized chunks. You can approach it how you want to. Whenever you decide, no, I actually do want the dopamine for finally beating this son of a bitch level that I've been cracking my skull against for 45 minutes, I'm going back in, coach.
Which is incredible for a 14-year game. Like, it makes that achievement feel so much more earned, because you have to complete the previous episode to even get a chance to play the next one. And then you just keep doing it and doing it.
So what I'm hearing is the kunai will forever be in your favor here shortly.
I guess, but for me, it's I like a challenge. I like to do something until I can say it's impossible, it's broken, or
you did it.
Right. I think I will never put the game at fault. I'm infallible in some cases.
Ooh,
but
strong words. Big man.
When it comes to the video game of, oh, it's not broken, I need to get good, I will always think that way first. I will always say, oh, the devs programmed it this way, I need to get better. I got to a point in N++ where I was like, okay, I'll just challenge myself. If I can't do it, that's where I'll stop. I completed the game because I just kept pushing myself. It's like there was no brick wall for me. Like, I want to say, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? That's my process when it comes to playing difficult video games, or just any video game at all.
There's this phrase that I've had that I've just said for years now. When especially when we're working on like critical stuff, like for the website or when I was doing like a gig or whatever.
Right.
Where you run into something like this and you just say, yeah, that is a video game ass video game.
Yes.
There's just nothing in the way, right? Like, it is just pure gameplay, game design, no frills. N++ is the most video game ass video game in the sense that is all it is, and there's an infinite amount of it. It is literally...
I love it.
If this tickles you, you'll never leave. They'll get your ass.
This is the only game where the playtime will be over the editing time.
Yeah.
I can say that 100%
Easily.
as a fact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's no way.
Absolutely. The only one that might Shenmue won't even fucking eclipse this, dude. Like there's no way I'm gonna pull 100 hours out of you for Shenmue.
No, it won't.
There's no way.
No.
I need you to clock it.
Normally I would try to talk some shit and be like, the only game so far. No, I started us off with a real haymaker of a video game for your brain says.
Too much is almost enough when you're synchronized swimming in the laser of Mazer, and Sinister that masterclass and Exit from Hell. The fear of repeating yourself tenfold crossing that schnorgled symbiotic act. Abject terror could be a choking hazard for your adventure time. Just breathe. It might be a mind weapon when you invade one heck of a ride. Nothing is impossible. It might have been the reason that you broke your keyboard because you are the championship load runner.
What'd you call me?
The fuck are you reading right now?
All the levels. That's all the levels he posted.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up SoundCloud rap, but I'm kind of down with it, to be honest. You put a decent beat to it.
I was gonna improv it. I
Getting a
didn't
little
even...
bit of Henry Rollins, you know, we got that
Yeah.
spoken word going on.
Listen, if we're gonna
We just got to get a solid beat
if
for
we're
it.
gonna talk about Henry Rollins, that's all I want when I stop playing this game, man, is a quote from him. It's just a fistful of 50s and a day without fear, alright?
So Kyle and I had a foray into this game years ago. We first played in Plus. God, was it 2010 when we
It
played?
was like 2012, 2013. something
No, it
like
was
that.
sooner than that because we were still living in our first place.
Ugh.
So that was
So for reference, N Plus came out in 2008.
Yeah, so
Wow.
probably like late aughts turn of the decade was probably when we did.
So when we first started playing this game, I never played any of the solo games in N+. It was just, hey Kyle, let's play this game, because we really just wanted to play something together, and it was easy. It was this, or God, what was it on the 360? It was Hexic, but that wasn't a co-op game, obviously.
Oh my god.
I liked backseat driving in Hexic.
Yeah, it was
I
fun. It was
dog
fun.
water at
Anyways,
that game too. I'm
Make a
sensing a
bomb.
pattern.
different game. Anyways, we picked up N Plus for the first time, and I could not get enough of it. And Kyle, what was your?
Could get enough of it.
How long
Yeah.
did you last?
I
could
Had enough of it,
get enough of
actually.
it.
was
Actually,
just constantly like, "Oh, Kyle, you want to play a few more rounds? Come on." There's this. I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember the moment that you never picked it up again.
Oh
Because
no.
it was the last
Ooh, we got
That
the
sounds
story.
It was the
traumatic.
last episode
Tell
we ever
me
played.
right now, full details. Did Kyle still have hail?
So
Hail.
yes. Yeah, I still had hair.
Kyle still had hair.
Homestar wanna.
Mayonnaise.
This is
no.
the dividing line, right?
Mayonnaise.
This was so bad that he just reached up, pulled it all out, and left.
This is like 15 K like BKH, like before Kyle lost his hair. Like this is where we're at right now.
I remember sitting on my green beanbag chair. You remember that beanbag chair?
I do.
You were sitting in your chair. And do you remember the enemy that was on that episode that we could not get around? And we weren't even trying to gold it. Do you remember what the enemy type was?
Yeah, we weren't even trying to gold stuff at that point because we were just enjoying the game for what it was. And I'll say that in 48-point impact bold italicized quotation marks. But
Do you remember the enemy?
no, it wasn't the evil ninjas. I know that.
It was not the evil ninjas. I don't think the evil ninjas were there back then. I think that was a newer addition.
Yeah.
No. It was the heat-seeking rockets.
Yep.
And there were multiple of them in this stage. And we could not, for the life of us, even with our fresh little baby hands back then, could not beat that level. You were done. You were so done with it. We never played again. This was like 2010. It is now 2026.
Still done with it, turns out.
Yeah, I also had a really bad like mean streak against myself back in those days, where I took my my personal abilities in games very seriously. A little too seriously. So if something was putting me through the ringer and I knew I could do it but just couldn't, that hurts so much more than just being bad at the game. Was being good at the game but knowing you couldn't do it.
I'm pretty sure.
And I think I was at that point where I was like, I know we can go past these heat-seeking rockets. We've done it on dozens of levels beforehand, but just that particular put together level, that was enough for me. I was like, you know what, I'll go play fucking Bloodforge on Xbox Live Arcade or whatever shit I was playing back then.
16 years later, back in the torture chamber, Kyle.
Get back in there.
16 years later, can you believe it?
Hey.
Still ass at this game. Unbelievable, man.
You know what didn't make our best of the 360 list? Bloodforge.
Hey, man, it almost got an honorable mention.
Guys,
You know what did almost make it? N+. You know why it didn't?
Guys.
Because N++ exists.
Bingo.
That was the only reason it didn't make the cut! You would have been outvoted, my guy.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah, we would have been outside your door with the 2x4s, dude. You were not.
That's the thing, is that you didn't even have to, because again, I'll reiterate it, the game is great. I'm not at it though. Like, it's just not.
You are at the... If you consider the Punnett square, right, where it's like two negatives, the negative and positive, the other negative and positive, and a double positive,
Yeah.
right? You are at the upper left section where it is asset game, does not want to get better, right?
Yeah.
Neither of those are yes, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
I could
it just-
fully
That is
like
okay.
if you had to gun to my head give me to make me grade this game, I would give it like an 8, because like I understand that the game is good, and it like when it's functioning in a way that you want it to, it's working exactly how it should. Like I'm not going to fucking Pavlov myself into saying that this game is ass, because I know it's not. I know it's not ass. I'm ass at it. That's the problem. Is that I'm bad at it, and because I'm bad at it, I don't like playing it. Like that's
I don't play it no more.
I don't wanna.
Man, I'm hitting you with the salute. I totally understand. I get you on
It's
that.
like, I'm turning 36, man. This game ain't for me. Kendra, we'll play in a couple days. Like, we'll get back to it. But
Like co-op soon.
it took 16 years, and it was because it was required to do this episode that he picked it up again. So no.
John Wick smashing the floor in his basement, hitting it harder and harder with a sledgehammer, dusts a box off that he pulls out from the concrete, opens it up, and instead of guns, it's a 360 controller and a code for it.
No. When I open that fucking crate up, I just get killed by a homing rocket. That's what happens.
Yeah. Exactly
Kendra?
that.
Yes, Joe.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
The kunai chooses. The wheel of games is turning. May Entertainment.